Not your ordinary sailing device, but the students had plenty of fun, as you can see, making a big splash in the school's pool. Yes, those are boats made of cardboard and duct tape. It was all part of a project that combined science, math, English, and history. Teachers say the hands-on project is a fun way for kids to learn and that they'll retain the information better.
Well, there is a new
several disciplines, combine them and make them fun. This boating exhibition at West Jordan Middle School is an exam of sorts for math, science, and English students. Science and math skills were needed as they started to make what began as glue and cardboard, and then to support the weight of the students. English and writing came into play as they described their projects. Whoa, I see some artwork. I see PE skills coming into play as they swim to the side there. Oh, this is a great interconnection lesson.
You might pick up some new vocabulary words with that, too, actually.
What? 911. Thanks for watching.
Live at West Jordan, hoping that the later of the two is true in this case. Angie?
Yeah, I know what you're thinking right now. How funny it would be to see me sink right here on live television. But I tell you, Team USS Chubsley assures me that their boat will stay afloat, right, guys? Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm going to ask USS Team Chubsley, first of all, how did you guys go about building a seaworthy vessel?
Well, see, we tried real hard to get the boat done and make it seaworthy. We duct tape hard, and we work long hours.
And you can only use cardboard and duct tape, right?
Yes.
Yes. These boats cost about $40, $60 to build, right?
Oh yeah, they're real expensive.
Okay.
You better be a millionaire.
Hannon, did you guys think this boat would float when you put it in the water today?
Yeah, we're pretty sure it was gonna float, because, yeah, it has all we need.
Not only did it float, but it actually won its heat. All right, so let's rewind the clock a couple of hours and take you seaside to all the action. We want to tell you the purpose of today's activity was to actually integrate 4 different school subjects. The first, history, of course. They had to come up with and research a historical themed boat. For English, they had to write an historically accurate newspaper article on that boat. Then, of course, math comes into play as they have to calculate the boat. And of science, that's the last subject, because they actually have to build the boat according to all those scientific theories. So it was a lot of fun to see these boats cross the finish line. In fact, 18 of the 29 made it across, but it sure was a lot of fun to watch those sinking ships.
It wasn't a disaster. I was greatly surprised. I thought we were going to only have maybe 20 to 30% succeed, and it looks to me like, I don't know, maybe half or more succeeded. Kids had a great time. This is something they'll remember for their whole lives.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. These kids are going to remember this for the rest of their lives. I don't know if you can see me, but these are the 2 winning boats right here, the USS Chubsley and also the USS Monitor. They were the winning boats, and now they want to go ahead and have a rematch, and the microphone is not going to let us win. So we're going to try to get back to show. I'm going to throw this microphone. Barb, Randall, why don't you say on your mark, get set, go, and we will try to catch up with this other boat and see if we can float.
I'd really rather watch you sink on TV, but
my knees are wet.
We'll watch the race. Okay, you ready, Barb?
Here we go.
On your mark,
get set, go! It's not helping, Angie. Yeah, you got to be in the water to do that.
That was a great exercise, though.
I'm amazed. I thought cardboard would just get waterlogged and
apparently,
just go right into the water.
Right, it floats.
They're still going. All right.
That was fun.
All right. I wonder if she'll come back wet or if she'll make it to the other side. I think she'll make it.
I bet they dump her intentionally. Maybe not.
We should have stayed on the shot there then if they're going to do that.
A city boy comes to a small town where rock music and dancing have been banned. Does it sound familiar? Mm-hmm. It's the 20th anniversary of Footloose. And a whole lot of duct tape. We'll show you what these kids are up to.
And we have our Salt Lake Idol back again.
13 Steve Barron is here to help us soak up some knowledge.
Hope, this is some good stuff. This cardboard boat race involves math, science, English, history, and seriously, more duct tape than I've ever seen in one place before. Teachers say this is a way to get kids to learn and have fun at the same time.
You've got to paddle your boat the length of the pool.
It wasn't a disaster. I was greatly surprised.
As boats enter the water, it becomes clear some are well built, others not so much. While the winners brag.
Let's just say we're at the end of the pool and they're just getting halfway.
Yeah.
If they even made it that far.
The losers sulk.
Right when we stepped in, it started to sink, so I don't think we did very good. But I don't think we should have built it better.
Unlike many school projects, kids built the boats without any help from their parents.
The only thing I did was give them the paint. They didn't do any of the project at home. It was all done in the class.
Here's how it works. Boats go in first, then kids, and then they try to paddle across the pool. Teachers are in the water to make sure no one gets hurt. It's enough to make you forget. This is school.
In history class, they chose a theme for their boat and researched it. In English, they wrote a newspaper, which you can see on the walls. Science, they talked about Archimedes' principle and about buoyancy and like the scientific process. And then math, as they measured it all up. And
I thought we were going to only have maybe 20 to 30% succeed. And it looks to me like, I don't know, maybe half or more succeeded.
And the one thing no one's really sure about is who won. They're going to let the kids in on that little secret tomorrow at school. And here's some advice if you're ever in a race like this. Get the stiffest cardboard you can find, lots of duct tape, and keep it simple. I'm Steve Barron, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Look like the more duct tape, the better, but that's expensive.
The parents will go in the garage and they'll be like,
Hey, where are the cardboard boxes?
Yeah. The duct tape.
Well, how much fun.
All right, well, we've got some changes. The inversion didn't quite break today.
But boring for the kids at West Jordan Middle School. Does that look like science class? That wasn't like any science class I had. The kids, though, set out to answer the question, does cardboard sink or swim? They had a ball doing it. As you can see, the answer to the big question, well, sometimes cardboard sinks, sometimes it swims. It apparently has a lot to do with how you build that boat in the first place.
Most of them tipped, but a couple of them stayed up and nobody got
And
wet.
they'll always remember what they learned today.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Did you ever have anything like that in school, Dan?
No, that's fun science.
No, it really is.
Hey, Dan, it felt warmer, a lot warmer today.
Now, at your house...